Alexander Isak is on the verge of joining Liverpool. Hello Reds fans, welcome to YNWE Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. The forward of the famous English club Newcastle United, Alexander Isak, is most likely on the verge of tying his future to the Liverpool club. This was reported by insiders. In order to bring the prolific striker into their squad, the Reds are ready to pay a large sum, from €138 million to €172 million. Such expensive transfers are extremely rare in the club's history. It should be noted that Isak is planning his new contract until the summer of 2030. This means he will have the opportunity to play at Anfield for more than 5 years. For the striker, this is considered a great opportunity to fully show his potential and achieve new heights. Within the next 48 hours, Liverpool's management will sit down at the negotiating table with Newcastle and begin official discussions to determine the transfer fee. If the two sides reach an agreement, Isak may join his new team in the coming days. Last season, Alexander Isak fully proved himself in the English Premier League. In the 34 matches he participated in, he scored 23 goals. With this result, Isak became one of the league's top scorers after Mohamed Salah. Such statistics indicate the striker's high skill and consistency. An important point is that Isak's activity in the Premier League club will become a solid foundation for starting a new stage in his active football career. And Liverpool really needs a prolific striker. The club's coaches and fans have high hopes for Isak. Currently, the entire football community is closely following news about this transfer. Isak's joining Liverpool may be recorded as a significant event not only for the club but also in the history of the EPL as a whole. Thus, the Swedish star striker is on the verge of opening a new chapter to further elevate his name in the new club and excite the fans. Alexander Isak transfer reality clear as £340 million truth gives Liverpool edge over rivals. It was back in 2021 when the chant was first aired. And it was given more than a few more renditions as Liverpool romped to a record-equaling 20th championship last season. "The Reds have got no money, but will still win the league," came the cry from the Reds support, acknowledging what has long been regarded by some as the overfrugality of club owners Fenway Sports Group. Of course, Liverpool are by no means paupers and have consistently ranked in the top 10 of the Deloitte Football Money League, the accepted barometer of a club's financial standing in terms of revenue. But when it comes to splashing the cash in the transfer market, Liverpool haven't quite been on a par with many of their nearest rivals, not least last summer when only £10 million was spent to immediately bolster the squad with the arrival of Federico Chiesa, although a further £29 million was committed to bringing in Georgi Mamardashvili this season. That, though, has very much changed during this transfer window, with many eyebrows being raised at the uncharacteristically mammoth outlay that has seen Liverpool bring in 7 players including club record £116 million arrival Florian Wirtz and being prepared to break the British transfer record for Alexander Isak of Newcastle United while still seeking a new centre-back. It's not inconceivable the Reds end up splashing out almost £450 million this summer, underlining why it is important to recruit from a position of strength rather than rest on laurels. Progressive evolution should never stop. For historic comparisons, there are shades of the summer of 2018 that helped Liverpool to become European champions, the 7 new arrivals in 1999 that forged the foundation of the Cup treble-winning team 2 years later, or the attacking overhaul in 1987 that prompted one of their best sides ever. The Reds will hope for a similar return this time around. The careful financial approach of FSG over the years, the ability to gain top dollar from the sale of players and the income ultimately generated by subsequent triumphs on the pitch have ensured Liverpool have no issues at present regards the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. And there is a sense the Reds are merely playing catch-up on those around them. Now, assessing transfer spends is often a fraught task. Clubs aren't always keen to release information on fees, and often they don't quite tell the full story, particularly when it comes to signing on bonuses and other hidden outlays. There are many, for example, who question Manchester City's purchase of Erling Haaland costing them the claimed £51 million, with some reports suggesting the overall spend could end up being in excess of £85 million. So in terms of fairness, the following numbers have been crunched using the reliable and respected Transfermarkt website as a guide. And the results of transfer spend over the last 5 years starting with the summer 2021 window are enlightening. Nobody will be surprised to see Chelsea topping the list in terms of net spend given their outlay in excess of £1.5 billion. Even allowing for the fact they have made around £750 million from player sales, it still leaves their overall spend at a whopping £754 million. Manchester United are up next with almost £1 billion in signings, leading to a net spend of £660 million. Then come Arsenal, often portrayed as lacking financial clout with £800 million of signings and an overall transfer balance of £613 million spent. Fourth are Tottenham Hotspur, whose £758 million in arrivals has led to a net spend of £530 million. And next are Liverpool, with more than £650 million of signings prompting a net spend of around £410 million, some £340 million less than Chelsea. Where are Manchester City, you may ask? Well, despite their spend on players being the third highest at almost £820 million, their significant number of sales means they rank 7th in the net spend rankings on £325 million. It's worth bearing in mind much of City's transfer income has come from the sale of players from their academy, a part of the club in which over a long period they have been able to inject huge sums compared to their Premier League rivals thanks to the backing of their Abu Dhabi owners. Newcastle are 6th in the overall list with a net spend of £358 million. Intriguingly, when it comes to expenditure alone, they are behind both West Ham United and Brighton in 9th place. Aston Villa complete that top 10 in which Liverpool stands 6th. Not that this is the end of the story. With 5 weeks remaining in the transfer window, these statistics are correct as of Monday lunchtime. For many clubs, the bulk of their business is still to come the nearer the looming September 1st deadline. Should, as is expected, Luis Diaz's transfer to Bayern Munich be completed, Liverpool can expect to move into 6th place in terms of money brought in from transfers over the last 5 years. Chelsea lead that list, following by Brighton, City, Wolves and Aston Villa. The only team to have made a profit from transfers over the period and stayed in the Premier League throughout? Everton. Liverpool thus far head the top flight regards transfer expenditure this summer and evidently are not done yet. But the numbers highlight their ability to spend smart rather than big is what continues to set them apart from their rivals and explains why a certain Sweden international striker could end up at Anfield in the coming weeks. Fabrizio Romano transfer news. Chelsea, here we go. Isak verdict. Sesko latest. Liverpool completes €75 million deal. Liverpool have completed one of the most important deals of the summer, with Colombia international Luis Diaz going to Bayern Munich. After long negotiations, now we're at the here we go stage for Luis Diaz to Bayern. It's a done deal. It's a fantastic signing for Bayern, who are getting one of the best wingers in the world. It was quite easy to do this deal between the clubs, Romano said on his YouTube channel. For Luis Diaz, the desire to leave Liverpool was very clear. I can tell you that Liverpool offered him a new contract as part of this process. They told him that they were also ready to restart contract talks in September or October if he stayed. He said, "No thanks, I want to go. I want to try something different." He'll sign a 4-year contract with a 1-year option. Liverpool will get €70 million guaranteed transfer fee plus €5 million in add-ons described as easy to reach. In recent weeks, after the Nico Williams deal collapsed, Barcelona spoke to Luis Diaz's agent 3 times. They tried to approach Liverpool again. They told Luis Diaz's agents they were prepared to bid €60 million. Liverpool told them they wanted more. Now Richard Hughes has been able to close the deal for €75 million. Romano's Isak prediction. With the money Liverpool raised from the sale of Luis Diaz, they are ready to bid for Newcastle United's Alexander Isak. And Romano thinks it will be a spectacular offer. I expect Liverpool to go very big for Alexander Isak. The official bid is considered a matter of time. It's going to be on Newcastle now whether they want to sell the player and accept the situation, he said. Eddie Howe said there's no chance for the player to join the squad on tour. Isak has been clear, he wants to go. He wants to go. And the move he wants is Liverpool, no Chelsea, no Arsenal, no Manchester United, no Al Hilal. Forget them. Alexander Isak wants to go to Liverpool. Newcastle can sell the player or they can keep him and try to sort the situation. But expect Liverpool, after selling Luis Diaz and with the plan to sell Federico Chiesa and Darwin Núñez, expect them to go very big. Their bid is ready. The Isak situation has reportedly caused a split in the Newcastle boardroom. Benjamin Sesko update. And with the Isak domino threatening to fall, Newcastle are battling with Manchester United over Benjamin Sesko. Romano said. Newcastle in this upcoming week expect an answer from Sesko and his camp. They spoke to his camp and presented their project. They presented a very important proposal, but it's not just about the money, it's about the project. They want to make Sesko the face of their team. We'll see what happens there. There's still Manchester United discussing Sesko internally. There's still been no direct contact with RB Leipzig. Newcastle will go big on Sesko. Let's see what Man United want to do. Chelsea completes surprising deal. Nothing seems off limits with Chelsea in the transfer market, but the Stamford Bridge side landing a €50 million fee for João Felix still comes as a surprise. The Portugal international is joining Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nassr. It's a here we go. The deal is agreed, Romano said. My understanding is that the immediate fee for Chelsea is €30 million plus important add-ons and a heavy sell-on clause. So Chelsea feel internally that they have €50 million guaranteed for João Felix. It'll be received over several years. But the deal is done. João Felix spoke to Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's all ready for him to go to Al Nassr. Xavi Simon's latest. The Stamford Bridge side are still progressing in talks to land Netherlands international Xavi Simons from RB Leipzig, Romano confirmed. They're in advanced talks, he said. It's similar to Liverpool's talks with Bayern over Luis Diaz. Leipzig and Chelsea are speaking directly to reach an agreement. Chelsea are also pushing to complete an agreement on personal terms, which is very close and just waiting on the final details. Arsenal get positive Saliba update. There's good news at Arsenal, who are set to successfully fend off interest from Real Madrid to tie down one of their key figures on a long-term basis. William Saliba has confirmed that he will sign a new contract at Arsenal, Romano said. Arsenal sporting director Andrea Berta is working hard on this one. They're prepared to accelerate talks on Saliba. They've already started negotiations with his agents. Contact started before the summer transfer window. Arsenal have made an offer to Saliba and have shown him the ambition of their project, and they hope to reach an agreement as soon as possible. They know about Real Madrid's interest. They love Saliba, but not for this summer. In the future, they'd love to attack Saliba. They consider him the Jude Bellingham of defenders. But Saliba has sent Arsenal a very good message on the new contract. Rodrigo transfer links highlight Liverpool's ruthless pursuit of quality. Liverpool are not hanging around this summer. The Milan defeat may have exposed some defensive frailties, but the bigger picture is clear. Arne Slot and his recruitment team are reshaping this squad with precision. Names like Frimpong, Kerkez, Wirtz and Ekatike have already arrived, but there is more to come. The next target? Rodrigo. According to Football Fancast, Liverpool are now in pole position to land the Real Madrid winger, with Arsenal stepping away from the race. Valued at around £87 million, Rodrigo may not come cheap, but ambition has never been about caution. Slots Liverpool set for attacking evolution. The possible exits of Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez are shaping this window. Diaz's £65 million move to Bayern Munich is reportedly sealed, while Núñez's future remains up in the air. In that context, the logic behind a move for Rodrigo becomes clearer. The Brazilian has long been admired across Europe, and Liverpool's interest stretches back to his early days in Brazil. What makes this latest development more significant is that Madrid may finally be open to a deal, particularly with Xabi Alonso reshaping their own forward options. Rodrigo fits the current mold. Quick, technically gifted, and versatile across the front line, he offers a different profile to both Diaz and Núñez. He is not a direct replacement, but Liverpool are not seeking like-for-like changes. They are building a new rhythm under Slot, and Rodrigo fits into that groove. Why Rodrigo and Wirtz comparisons matter. There's a reason comparisons are being made between Rodrigo and new Liverpool arrival Florian Wirtz. Both can play wide or centrally, both carry the ball with purpose, and both make intelligent movements that disorganize opposition back lines. According to FBref, Wirtz is the seventh most similar player to Rodrigo across Europe's top 5 leagues. Rodrigo may not have the same creative output as Wirtz. 14 goals and 11 assists last season is a strong return but not spectacular, but in terms of progressive play, dribbling and link-up patterns, the similarities are striking. He even edges Wirtz in key passes per 90 minutes, showing his impact in transition and final third phases. And like Wirtz, Rodrigo is a player teammates look for. He receives progressive passes at a comparable rate, constantly operating between the lines where defenders fear to tread. Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.